Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Mr. Cole. Welcome back to MotoGP 17 and the manager career as we're heading to Spain. And welcome to the Ángel Nieto circuit, named after the 12+1 Grand Prix World champ, as he sadly passed away just a few days before I'm recording this episode. Of course, all my thoughts and go out to his family and friends. Of course, he had many of them, the charismatic Spaniard. He won so many 50 and 125 CC World titles. With 90 victories as well, he is part of the Big Three in Grand Prix motorcycle racing, and he will be dearly missed, especially by the huge contingent of Spanish fans and riders. Certainly was one of a kind. And here we are riding round his circuit now in Jerez. Very difficult circuit as well, lots of braking, lots of second and third gear corners as well, where you've got to be confident with the bike. Not as confident as I should be through that left-hander to lift majorly. Again, not getting on the power hard enough. This is going to be a poor qualifying effort, I feel. Again, MacDonald just not attacking enough in these corners. We just pay to do that. Apart from the hairpins, of course, where you got to be careful under the braking. But into these double right, definitely want to be attacking. Oh, turning slightly too late there. Running wide all over the curb. Now into the final corner. Down to first. Hug the apex. Very nice, that final corner. But the rest of that, bit scruffy from MacDonald as he does a 50.8. Might have been good last season. Not sure about this one. As he gets off the bike, debriefs with his engineer. Well, we skipped time, and definitely was not good enough. Look at that. 48.3 from Canet. Grabs the pole ahead of Mir just by 17 thousandths of a second, with Martin in third. How about having an all-Spaniard front row with Fenati in fourth, McPhee fifth, Budiga in sixth, and it's an all-Italian third row, is it? No, with Otel spoiling the party in ninth, Maggio rounding out the top 10, Rodrigo in 12th, Kornfeld in 17th, top Peugeot ahead of MacDonald, down in 18th, and just a few tenths of a second faster than Della Porta, the next best Mahindra in 20th, as MacDonald down in the 6th row, his worst qualifying effort of the season at a race where he's looking to bounce back, of course, after what happened in Kota. Well, his teammate is last. 61 thousandths of a second behind finished Patrick. So not a good qualifying for Elusive, but let's see if the race is a bit of a turnaround. And here we are looking at the grid and looking at all the Spaniard front row, and then it's almost mostly Italians filling out the rest of the top 10. Roto and McPhee upsetting that order, as there is Light still down in 18th, not used to that. With Dale Porti in 20th, who rubbed elbows, so we've got to look out for him at the starting into that first corner. Got Bo, Herrera and Arenas in their home race, and then right at the back, the usual suspect Magnum in 33rd.
After a long weekend of preparation, the race is about to start. You could cut the tension with a knife, but all that matters now is who gets across that line first.
No doubt Gavin Emmett will be the McKid, as he starts way back here on the 6th row. Been having good starts though. As the light goes out for this 6th out race, and he does get a belter. Once again, Guevara with a poor start. And Rodrigo as well, sliding back slightly. MacDonald take advantage of that down the inside, making it 3 wide. Just ahead of Godoy and Nuaden, and he gets up into 12. Brave move from MacDonald, but it works out this time around, unlike in Kota. As we've got Canet in second, Mir in third, is Martin leading, has the teammates are doing battle behind. Guevara ahead of Rodrigo. And now Loy ahead of Guevara. He's got Nuaden behind in 13th. Got Magello in front in 11th. Got Bastianini in 8th. Antonelli in 9th. Bit wide though into that right-hander. Not a good run onto this back straight, heading towards the cul-de-sac corner. Word elimination at Dano inside. Doesn't look like it, even though we do run slightly wide in the corner there, doesn't MacDonald? As Budiger and McPhee are battling again for a podium. God, they're inseparable, that pair, at the moment. Antonelli's up to 9th head of DJ Antonio, and look at that swarm behind. Is that Finati? Up there holding up this pack. As MacDonald's latched onto the back of them. Gets a good run there out of the corner. That's nicking down the inside of the Italian. He does into the fast right. That's not where you're meant to be making moves. Up into 11th, down the inside of Bastianini. All over, DJ Antonio. The Italian did not like that. MacDonald gives him the old nudge in the final corner, saying, what the heck are you doing? As he eases his way up into 9th, behind the KTMs. They were doing battle for the podium in Argentina, of course. Looks like they're battling once again as you go on to the second lap. And using too much cutting on the inside there of the first corner and settled the bike. Got into that downhill second corner. So difficult, that corner. Got to brake early and got to brake hard as well. Go into the fast left. Holding it in third gear, no braking into that corner. Look how much braking MacDonald gained there under the brakes into that fast right-hander. He's got to run onto this back straight on the back of the KTM. The engine not quite having the pace there. Also, the KTM's having a bit of a slipstream from his fellow manufacturer runner in Antonelli. MacDonald gets the cut back though on the Joe, looking to the inside of Finati. Got a fast left. Finati holds on round the outside. Brave stuff from the Italian. We're used to that as MacDonald outbrakes himself slightly. Sperry did a faster that one. That opened out 51.6. Could get that information in the end of the second lap. One looks to the inside of the German though. Into the double right. Easing his way by into 8th. And now he's got Finati in front. Never going to give up a position without a fight is the Italian. And all over the back of him, looking down the inside, just enough room there for a bike. As he goes around the outside of Antonelli, we go down the inside of the Italian and make it up into 6th. His comeback ride is so much better than Kota, isn't it? Up onto the third lap. MacDonald is flying. Less than a second behind Martin in front. And breaks himself slightly though into the first corner. And Antonelli sees a door and takes advantage. We've seen that a couple of times. And wheel contact. I thought MacDonald was a goner there. But Scott holds on, did the fastest out that previous at 49 for that. You can see that gap's the same to Martin. It's not the first set of ways we're going to gain. It's the rest of the lap. Middle part of the lap. And last lap, mainly the last part of the lap where he's going to be gaining. He's got Finati behind him. Going to look up for the dive bomb into... there's the dive bomb. Into the hairpin. But MacDonald gets to run off the corner. Back up into 6th. He's got McPhee and Martin battling ahead. For 5th. And Finati almost into the back of MacDonald there. So there we go. The Scott hooks up that left-hander. Got Canet and Mir battling for 2nd. Then it's like Budiger's leading the way though on Spanish soil. Sure, the Hove fans are very happy about that. He's got Antonelli past, Finati behind. They're not really gaining though in the top 5 on this lap. But here we go into the final sector where Scott's bravery really does pay out. And look at that for the fast right. Gain so much more speed. Look at that dive bomb into the final corner as he sees McPhee go up into 4th ahead of Martin. The Spaniard won here, of course, last season after an epic duel with Juan Mir. Looks like he's not going to repeat the trick as we go into the second half of the race. And oh, he eases by McPhee in the first corner as Connect gets the lead from Budiger. And now it's got the... Oh, MacDonald's down! As he did the fastest at 48.9. But it's gone to now as he hit too much curb there on the inside and he's down for the second race in a row. Down to 13th is MacDonald. And now he's got to fight his way through the field all again. As we've got Guevara past Nuruddin behind. Maybe the Spaniard would get some slipstream here. Of course, that home support gives him another couple of tenths. As Nigel Mansell always used to say. And oh, he dives bomb MacDonald into the hairpin. And MacDonald holds it round the outside. And we've got Loyer there in front. As he goes past Di Gianantonio for 11th. He's got Bashni past the German up into 9th. Looks like Di Gianantonio's fighting back though against the Leopard rider. Let's go into the final sector. Here we go, MacDonald sector. Into the fast right, using all of that curb and then the exit curb as well. And the inside curb, and oh, he's getting to know Loyer very well there. Diving down the inside of the Belgium. No room there though. And slightly wide on the exit, but he's up into 12th. As he gone to the penultimate lap of the race. Tyre wear's not an issue at all. You can see in the bottom right. So he can push like a hell. Look who's making a dive down the inside of Loyer. Does it again using all of that curb. What are you doing, MacDonald? As Guevara gets past Di Gianantonio. As Budiger takes back the lead from Mir, and as you can see, he purposely avoid that curb in the second corner. Getting the power early there. We're getting a good run on Loyer. Heading into the fast right. Oh, looking down the inside of the Belgium. And Sed goes round the outside. As Loyer did some speedway there around that corner. Not the fastest way around it. And look at that gap in front. 2 seconds he's got to make up in a lap and a half. He's got Di Gianantonio behind making a pass on Loyer as well. The Belgian dropping back after his sideways moment. You can see using all the curb, being very aggressive is MacDonald. Riding angry. Seen this in the past. It's all very heavy braking though into that first right. Don't really want to do that. Cade no speed through the corner. But he is gaining time on Magello in front. We've got Ramirez past Di Gianantonio behind. Well, a heck of a battle behind us. Shame we don't have a rear view mirror at all. Using all of the track and some is MacDonald. He doesn't care anymore after that fall. Well, he's bracing himself for battling for the podium, but now he's battling getting to the top 10 on this final lap. Back into the 49 flat. Oh, outbrakes himself massively into the first corner. How much is that going to cost him? He's really gaining on the German and Italian in front. They're battling for 9th. But it's cost him some time. We've got Bashi and Fanati battling in front of the 7th and 8th. Then see it's gained him around a second, or lost him around a second. Even though he's got a second gap behind, so he's not nicking behind. It's all about in front for MacDonald. He's got Di Gianantonio past Ramirez for 13th. Look at his moves happening all over the place. So everyone's paired off. MacDonald's a bit lonely here. Probably reminding me of his prom. As you go through the right-hander. And the fast left-hander coming up as well. Got to hit the apex there. So crucial. Back in the bike in slightly into the first right, but carrying more speed than the previous lap. And using all of that curb, and again using some of the track and some. This is the final lap. He's got to give it all, does MacDonald. Look at using all the curb. Can he dive for a top 10 maybe? Oh, not quite. As he outbrakes himself, goes wide, and will finish in 11th. Another poor result outside the top 10 for MacDonald after another fall. We may not be staying in this class, but we still want to do well while we're in it. As Canet won on home turf ahead of Mir. With Buller going 3rd, Martin 4th, McPhee 5th, Fenati 6th, Bastianini 7th, Anthony 8th, Oso 9th, Magello 10th, Scott in 11th, Guevara 12th, winning that battle against DJ Antonio, Ramirez and Loy, with Nuruddin just outside the points. Top Peugeot's Kornfeld in 22nd, and where does our teammate 29th? He's moving forward in the races again. Or did he move back? No, he is moving forward. So, not bad from our teammate once again. So, in the championship, Canet leads by 13 points from Mir, as MacDonald drops to 3rd after another poor race result. McPhee just 3 points behind his fellow Scott in at 4th with Budiger and out the top 5. As Fenati moves up to 7th, Bastianini moves up to 9th. Guevara moves up to 13th, Ramirez up to 15th, as well as their point scoring races in their home race. As Binder's up to 20th, as 17 riders have scored so far this season. And our teammates down to 29th as Arenas jumps him up into 28th. With Fitzpatrick right at the back. As in the constructors standings, it's now Honda with over a racer in lead, or 31 points ahead of Mahindra, who are just 4 points ahead of KTM. And Peugeot are yet to score. As again with the weekend recap, we see a crashed over Dan MacDonald's name. But he did move forward from his starting position and he did achieve the race objective at least. While our teammate did move forward as well. Well, he started last, so he could only go one way. But at least he's showing us a bit of a handy racer. Kumar making up a few places. As the Indian now has full Moto3 affinity and improves his cornering. No doubt you would do that around Jerez, but MacDonald improves his body position and braking. And we earn a decent amount of credits and some reputation as well. As once again we have an activity day to end things. We can do a technical meeting and earn 10 affinity. That's now pointless with Kumar full affinity with Moto3. We can go to the gym, improve muscle endurance, improve our riders' braking ability by 100 XP. We can go to the gym, improve the muscle building, their throttle control by 100 XP. Or we can do a coordination training and improve the rider's body position ability by 20% for the next race. Oh, what do we go for? It's all about improving our rider's ability this time around. The affinity, the braking, body position or throttle control. I think I'll improve the braking though, as we're going to the Bugatti circuit in Le Mans and there's some heavy braking points there. We need it. As next time out, I've already said it, we're heading to France. And it is a circuit which is a bit harder. Opponents wise, it's a bit harder than Qatar. Not as hard as Argentina though, so it's in between. So will Dan MacDonald be able to bounce back after a poor couple of races? Will my voice recover? By then, find out next time. So I'm watching. And I'll see you then.